U.S. Marines George and Cori were not only fellow squadron members, they are husband and wife. Both were sent into battle after 9/11.
I knew it was going to change everything because females were going in, and there hadn't been females going into combat previously to this point. And so myself and a couple others were the first females to go forward into combat and actually fly.
After returning from Afghanistan, they started a family. In 2018, George retired and began a new career. Just a few weeks later, their daughter Tilly was diagnosed with a rare disease of the pancreas and sent across the country to Boston to see a specialist.
Living out of a hotel room for a month at a time, eating 3 meals a day is definitely became because we're still feeding our 3 children at home.
In addition to flights, hotels, and meals, the couple also paid for Cori's parents to fly to California to look after their other 3 children.
We're still having to make sure that we've left everything in place for the kids to survive and to have what they need while we're still maintaining a whole nother household on another coast.
Tilly stabilized and they returned home, but required multiple doctor's visits back in California, plus another trip to Boston. They prayed about what to do next.
I quit my job. I had a job up in LA and it was too far away, so I just quit my job. And then that way I could be there to kind of help out Tilly and everybody.
That decision would mean a substantial loss of income.
Thinking about finances was stressful. If I have to take all my savings and all my money out of my IRA and everything else, that was gonna happen.
Thankfully, the family didn't have to, because North Coast Church contacted Helping the Homefront. Tracy Moss invited the couple over to tell them CBN would reimburse the thousands of dollars they incurred due to Tilly's illness.
We want to make sure that we get the help that you need so that you can focus on Tilly and focus on your kids. And so we want to be here for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We want to help support and pay for that trip back to Boston and parents' trips back here.
I don't even know how to, honestly, to put it into words. It's a relief, honestly. So thank you very much.
This Marine family can now focus on keeping Tilly healthy without financial stress.
It's going to make it easier. It takes away that stress, that worry, that burden of what if, what's next, and what do we need to do. So we can't thank CBN enough for the financial support.
Yeah, if you are a CBN partner, that thank you goes to you. And if you're not a CBN partner, we encourage you to become one today on Veterans Day to join with CBN's Helping the Homefront, where we help military families who are just struggling and we just give them a hand up. As you saw in George and Cori's story, most of the time serving your country isn't as glamorous as it seems, and it's oftentimes not so easy on the service members and their families. So join with CBN's Helping the Homefront today. Our military men and women, our active duty military, they sacrifice so much, not only for you, but for our country. The least we can do is help them in return. So give us a call at 1-800-700-7000, or you can always go to cbn.com/give to again be a partner and join with CBN's Helping the Homefront. And as I just mentioned, today is Veterans Day, and we want to thank all of the brave men and women who have served our country. And we also want to highlight some veterans and their stories with you today. So the first one we want to highlight is Roy Dean Morrison from West Virginia. He's 90 years old. He served in the Army during the Korean War. Recently, he and other veterans from his area went on an honor flight to the Capitol where they were honored for their service. Thank you, Roy. And then next we have Lieutenant Colonel Scott Bamonte, served 24 years in the U.S. Marine Corps. The Marine Corps' birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Marines. He said, choosing this career path was the greatest honor and one that I still feel proud of today. And our last veterans are the Hardens. LCDR David Harden served 20 years in the Navy as a naval intelligence officer, and Amy Harden served 13 years as a radio and television broadcast journalist for the U.S. Navy. She also served at the first all-female search and rescue boat crew for the U.S. Navy in Japan as an undesignated seaman. And again, we just say thank you from the bottom of our hearts here at CBN and from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for serving our country diligently and bravely. We thank